Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I never did a Ninja Turtles video, but since Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles have combined in comic books, and I believe Volume 2 of Issue 1 has just came out, I figured let me just talk about what's happening before I even jump into those videos. So I don't feel left out, and so you guys don't feel left out. I know a bunch of people have already covered it. I just don't want to do something new without knowing the background info first. So let's just jump into it. So, the story starts off with the Rangers and Ninja Turtles weapons in various locations just scattered about. Like we see Michelangelo's nunchucks, Jason's sword, and a bunch of other weapons just thrown around. Then we cut to the Power Rangers fighting a octopus-themed monster, and they use their power blaster to destroy the thing as they talk about Tommy, because Tommy has disappeared. And then we cut to New York City, where the Ninja Turtles are talking about what it would be like if they were human. But then Raph gets his ass kicked by one of the Foot Clan, where we find out his name, where we find out the guy that kicked Raph's butt looks strikingly similar to Tommy. And then the foot soldiers disappear, and basically Mikey and Donnie roast Raphael for getting beaten by a freaking foot soldier, because that's just kind of sad. And then we cut back to the Rangers, I think, and Kimberly is talking about how what happened to Tommy, because Kimberly likes Tommy and all that stuff, and she's worried. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much it, honestly, with that. And then we head back to New York, where Tommy infiltrates a New York technology company called Mason Technologies, capturing some piece of equipment before the Turtles confront him. But then Tommy morphs into the Green Ranger and attacks the Turtles. And the Turtles are dumbfounded that Steve is a Power Ranger. That is what the Ninja Turtles had called Tommy when he kicked Raph's butt. Since Tommy had morphed, it gave Alpha a clue on where Tommy was. The Rangers then teleported to the location he was at in New York. They see Tommy trounced by four ninja tortoises, as the Rangers called them, and they assume that the Turtles are Finster's monsters. The Rangers and the Turtles then fight, with Leo complimenting Jason's sword, Donnie asking Billy a few questions about their powers. Mikey tells Zach that he thought the Rangers were good guys, which Zach says he is, but then he asks Zach why is he working with Shredder, and Zach asks what the hell is a Shredder. Kimberly then finds Tommy and confronts him about his disappearance. Tommy says he's got to go, and asks her to trust him, which she reluctantly agrees to. Raph then tries to ambush Tommy, but then Kim and Trini attack the turtle while Tommy escapes. From another rooftop, Karai and Shredder watch the battle, and Shredder is pleased that Tommy has secured his prize, proclaiming that the Power Rangers will be his to command. So yeah, there's no reason for why Tommy got into New York. I guess we'll find out soon. Now let's head into issue 2. We pick off where the fight was between the Rangers and the Turtles. Leo and Jason decide to yell enough, and that they need to start answering questions. So the teammates, both sides decide to form a partnership. The Rangers decide to unmask themselves as they show their trust to the Turtles, and the Turtles will then show them their base, which is the sewers. They all dip before they appear on Channel 6 News. In the sewers, they are introduced to April O'Neil and Master Splinter. We then cut to Tommy trying to save a kid named Tyler from the Foot Clan after his father had found out that Tyler was in a Foot Clan cult. So Tyler's dad decided to send Tommy to save him. But then Tyler decides to betray Tommy, electrifying him, knocking him out. Shredder then inducts Tyler into the Foot Clan as this was his test. We then cut to Karai training some Foot Elite soldiers. Then the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles then show up, and they kick the Foot Clan's butt. But then Karai drops some pretty some pretty subtle hints about what's going to happen in the future. We then cut to Tommy being trapped in a cage and Shredder mocking him, or talking to him at least. Tommy then morphs into the Green Ranger, telling Shredder to fight him one-on-one, but Shredder says another time while he uses the device to rip Tommy's powers out of him. Literally, the device shoots Tommy out of the Power Ranger state. Literally, he's gone with the Green Ranger power. Then we head to Rita Repulsa's moon base, where Shredder appears with Bebop and Rocksteady, where because Rita knows and Rita sees that Shredder has the dragon coin. Shredder then morphs into the Dragon Ranger, the Green Dragon Ranger. And it is a fire suit, I have to say it. But yeah, Shredder morphs into the Green Dragon Ranger, and that's pretty much how it ends. Now let's head to issue. Okay, in issue 3, Shredder and Rita fight each other, but Shredder decides to propose a partnership which Rita reluctantly agrees to. As Shredder, who is the Green Ranger now, which sucks. That is scary as hell. But then we cut to Tyler and Tommy, and Tyler and Tommy are arguing basically, as Tyler and Tommy grew up with each other, but then Tommy had gotten adopted and went to California. This causing Tyler to live on his own and sort of having a little bit of hate towards Tommy. Then we cut to the Rangers, and they find Tommy's the Dragon Coins morph thing, like the morphing signature. So they head to the area, but when the Rangers arrive, the place was straight up looking like a trap. I ain't gonna front. It looks like a trap, those area. Warehouse. No, warehouse never goes good in Power Ranger lore. And then the Rangers thinking that it's Tommy, it's actually Shredder, and Shredder uses the same machine or somewhat of the same energy to take the Rangers' powers away. This causing the Rangers to try and fight Shredder without their powers, which is pretty stupid, and they get their butts kicked. Then Casey Jones appears and hits Shredder, making the one good hit they get on Shredder, but then Shredder pulls up with Foot Clan soldiers, and Alpha teleports the Rangers out of there at the command center. And the Rangers can't activate the power coins now, but then in New York, a big giant monster appears, like a big one, Megazord type monster. So that ain't it right there. And his name is Wildfire, and he's with Putty Patrollers. So this ain't looking good. So then Zordon realizes that, they can't access the power coins, but the power coins are still active. I guess it had something to do with the energy blast. So Billy then decides if they can't use the power coins, maybe some other people can. And that's when we have the Ninja Turtles looking at the Morpher. And Mikey yells out, "Do we get to pick our own colors?" And that just got me hyped. The Turtles are then this is issue 4. So the Turtles are then teleported into New York City. They morph into the Turtle Rangers, which is absolutely amazing, and they go fight the Putties, and they also go fight Wildfire. Then we cut to the Rangers, and the Rangers are feeling kind of useless and down because, they can't do nothing in this fight. They're powerless. But then Splinter offers some words of advice. They were warriors before they even became Power Rangers. They don't need powers to fight, and they don't need powers to feel useless. They were already useful already. That's why Zordon had picked them. So they gear up in some fire ninja outfits, like they need to make a lightning collection of those, and they go on a rescue mission to get Tommy. We then cut to the Turtle Rangers fighting Wildfire. They even form the Power Blaster, and they take down Wildfire. The Rangers then go find Tommy, who Baxter Stockman is there, which he's looking corny as hell, looking short as hell. I mean, how Baxter Stockman be looking. He'd be looking like a geek. But yeah, they go on a rescue mission to find Tommy. But then Baxter Stockman introduces them to Putty Soldiers, which is like a mix between the Foot Soldiers and Putties. They fight those. Then Tyler and Tommy then shows Tyler that the Foot Soldier don't care. The Foot don't care about you. The Foot don't care about you, Tyler. And Tommy and Tyler form a friendship again. And the Rangers and Tommy and the rest of the good, quote-unquote, good Foot Soldiers and Tyler dip. Then the Technodrome rises out of the ground with the Turtles seeing it. And Bebop and Rocksteady also grow big, like monster kaiju size. And then that's when issue 4 ends. And then we hit to issue 5. And also the Rangers find out, both the Turtles and the Rangers find out that Rita and Shredder has formed a truce. Okay, in issue 5, boom, Megazord fight all the way. So, the Turtles are in the Power Ranger Megazord trying to fight Bebop and Rocksteady. But then Shredder appears in the Dragon Zord, making him fight the Turtles. So then Zordon and Alpha and Billy, they get into a position where they make Metalhead into a freaking Megazord. Well, Metalhead was already a robot, but they made him Megazord size to help them in the fight, to help the Rangers in the fight. But then a energy spike comes from the Technodrome. This energy spike makes Zordon realize something. Wait, Rangers combine Metalhead and the Megazord to form the Metalhead Power Ranger Turtle Megazord thing that should probably be a toy. Yeah. So that thing forms, they use it to take down Bebop, Rocksteady, and Shredder in the Dragon Zord. And then Shredder heads to the moon base to try and get away. But then the Rangers, Jason, Kimberly, Zach, Billy, and Trini, all of them transformed back into the original Rangers. No more Turtle Rangers anymore. And then they go to the moon base, fight Rita and Shredder. Then I believe Tommy uses the same energy blast or the same weapon that Shredder used to take his powers away. He used it back on Shredder, and boom, Tommy got his Green Ranger powers back. And then, yeah, so Shredder's back to normal Shredder. And Rita teleports him and Shredder away. The squad dips. The villains are gone. The Rangers decide, you know what? This counts as a win. Let's head back to the lair. And boom, they celebrate by eating pizza. And that is the end of that Volume 1, I believe. Volume 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Power Ranger crossover. Now, we can finally do Power Rangers Ninja Turtles Volume 2, Issue 1 in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed.